Hi everyone, welcome back to the videos. Today's just to kind of show you how the progress is going, as well as just showing you all the new things that are blooming as well for Alaska. So right now our lilacs are going crazy right now. We have a bunch of lilacs. We have pink and we have white. We have like pinkish white. So we have these guys right here. They're kind of very, very pretty. And they smell amazing. I like that smell so much. And then we got these vibrant ones too. But you know, everybody's seen lilacs, but they are just the coolest flower. See, and these are white ones here as well. See, and then they go from white to that same color that we saw first. And then right here, and then we start getting to purple. Look at that thing right there. Look at that. Little dragonfly just sucking on some nectar. Yeah, so like that's pretty sweet. We got them all the way down to here. That's pretty awesome. All the different colors and everything. Yeah, and then we have some beautiful little roses for rose hips as well. That's gonna happen too. Yeah, it's just been really, really nice. And then we're finally getting rain. We've had about almost 2 weeks of just 70 to 80 degree, which I'm not complaining, is super awesome, but it is fire hazard season, so we needed the rain. That is for sure. And here are the rose hips, basically, and I'm going to probably use these, and I will probably hopefully post a video about jellies and stuff that I'm going to be making with all this stuff, all this produce that I'll be making as well. So yeah, I've planted a bunch of new things as well that's in the greenhouse and near the little raspberry bushes too. So when we go over here, we check out, so this is actually high bush cranberries here that are doing really good, that are just like insane clusters. Mosquitoes are crazy like normal. This is a little cherry blossom tree, which is amazing. It's blooming great. And their raspberries are doing very well here. And so basically where I planted potatoes here throughout here, because I'm thinking they're not going to do anything to these raspberries. Those raspberries won't be getting any produce until next year probably, or even 2 years from now. And then my potato stuff, we're actually seeing a little bit of action. We're getting some little spuds, little sprouts that are shooting up here. And now for the 14 by 14, we are getting a bunch of cool stuff. We're getting sweet peas and then just regular peas. Then kind of a bummer, 2 of my shoots haven't sprouted at all. These are just regular green beans, as well as some of my yellow green beans they just took off. The weird thing is I think something took a munch off of this guy, which is weird. And then all the lettuce is doing very well as the zucchini and the yellow squash, and the cabbage is doing okay. There's some little sprouts there, and right here as well. And the carrots are doing great. They're starting to come up. My Swiss chard is starting right here. I like the little shoots because they're red, and the bok choy as well. So it's good. Everything's growing really well. Next few minutes here will be about the greenhouse and some of the berries. All right, so now we're gonna get to the berries, the greenhouse, and some more berries, and just that'll be the end of the video here too for the update. So right now we're getting raspberries. I decided to keep them. I'm putting them up here. They're producing, so I was like, you know what, it'd be a shame to chop them down when they're producing. They're working really hard to get fruit. So yeah, and then my baby guys, they're doing pretty good. there's a little burnt leaves here. It rained and then sun hit them, so they were probably soaked and they just kind of got burnt a little bit. That's no big deal. Well, they'll survive. My goji berry, the same thing. Love this Sasquatch thing. This is shout out to my grandma. This is one of my favorite things ever, is the Sasquatch stuff. But yeah, this is my mascot for my garden, is the Sasquatch guy. Anyways, there is more raspberries, and we put this little fence up and they're doing pretty good. The little blueberries doing pretty good. He's staying strong. The strawberries are actually producing some strawberries, which is super cool. Super excited. I do actually have one last thing before ending the video, kind of a shout out to my wife too. But yeah, there's my blueberries too. So yeah. All right, so now we're at the greenhouse. So I have a few new items, which are herbs. So I planted some thyme, some parsley, some cilantro, some basil. I have some sage, and I believe I have one more other thing, but I cannot remember. Anyways, the green onions are doing very well. My tomatoes, of course, are doing great in here right now. I'm getting a lot of flowers, so hopefully a lot of tomatoes. Peppers are doing great. I'm getting a lot of buds as well, and they're starting to grow. Here, little baby guy, he's taking a little bit, but that's okay. The Thai chili and the Tabasco chili is doing great. I cut those leaves off, like I believe I was showing you guys when it was not doing well, and now it's being healthy. It's super happy, which is cool. Everything is super happy in here, and it just blows me away. Like this guy, this little sweet pepper, I call them, they're sweet peppers, but they're not. They're super spicy. Last time when we had them, they're crazy spicy. Anyways, then we got the bell peppers, the green and the red as well. And the banana peppers are doing very good too. My baby plants are getting bigger, which is super cool. This flower, it's got a little sad. It went outside. I was trying to pot it, and I was thinking maybe it can stay outside, and it's being funky, you know. This is doing something weird, you know. But we're getting there. Celery is doing really good. It's being very happy with itself, and all this. Then my other tomato plants are doing very well as well. There's no flowers yet, but you know what? We got months to come, and we're doing well. The zucchini is getting bigger, but the thing is, they're flowering, but there's no vegetables at all to be seen. But we still have months to come, and hopefully we'll get a zucchini or two in this little bunch here. And the the cucumbers are doing really well, and they're just climbing up, which is incredible. I gotta figure out another way to get these guys up more and get them to climb all the way up there. But yeah, so if you take a look here, right here and right there, they are growing little cucumbers, which is awesome. They're doing really good. And then I just don't know what this guy is, but he is growing like a weed. And it's not a weed, I promise. Anyways, but yeah, and then the little other cucumbers, they're doing pretty good here as well. So yeah, and then the last things, like I said, sage, and the other one was dill. So hopefully these guys grow, and I'm hoping to take a lot of these herbs and keep them in the house after the season's over anyways, and just keep them growing in the house. If not, I will basically, what we'll do is we'll prep all the herbs, we'll get them in the dehumidifier, or I think dehumidifier? I don't think it's dehumidifier. Anyways, we're gonna dry them out, and we'll just make dry herbs for soups and stuff as well. But yeah, that is the update for the greenhouse, which is doing super well. Everything is doing like super good. Oh, I forgot. Right here, my corn is doing great. I haven't seen, they're just growing, and they're in bigger pots, and they seem happier too. They're doing pretty good. Nothing's in the shoots yet, I'm hoping I get a male and a female, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys, and let's get on with the video. All right, so here is more stuff. So we got this golden queen, and it is starting to flower, which is super cool. My lupins, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, they're probably dead. They're probably not gonna make it. They're not coming at all. Anyways, so my gooseberry though, strong, happy, healthy, super happy about this. This is my favorite, I think my all-time favorite berry. I have an aunt that I would go and visit in Washington, and she would make the best gooseberry cobbler ever. It was just amazing. It was cobbler, or it was crisp, gooseberry crisp, but oh my goodness, it was amazing. But yeah, so, and she was a Gates. It was like kind of like a Gates tradition to have that, and it was awesome. But yeah, they are doing super well. You can see all these berries that are just kind of growing. They're hidden, which is nice. I want them to be hidden from all the birds. And these guys, my lilies though, are doing awesome. Look at all those buds. I'm super excited. This thing is gonna be so pretty, so pretty. And then my honeyberry, for some reason, something's eating my honeyberry. Oh, I found the culprit. A little caterpillar. Let me see if I can get him. Come here, little guy. Ah, he's running away. Anyways, yeah, they're little worms. They're eating my stuff. They're taking nips all over my berries. That's all right though. This guy will be okay. Then my other lilies doing really well. As well as the currants, they're doing great. I'm getting a lot of currants as well, which is super cool. Like, look at all those currants. And then my other lily is doing great. The blueberries, they're doing pretty good. I just need them. I'm just letting them grow, because next year, hopefully, I can maybe put some wrapping before the winter, so that when the moose come, they don't take off. You know what I mean? And then, very cool, drum roll. Here are my grapes, and look at that. They are growing. They are producing fruit. Isn't that insane? It is amazing to see that a grape is growing in Alaska and producing. I'm just hoping that it survives our winter, our long cold winter, and comes back even bigger. But yeah, so kind of to wrap up here, we'll go over here and just check out all the flowers, just because, why not? It's super fun to see all these. Look at how pretty those are. And then they're sprouting everywhere. You keep looking, they're over here as well. The chives, they're just getting kind of big. I don't know if we're gonna use any of these chives. I think we're just kind of letting them be flowers. We'll see. But yeah, and then there's fireweed growing here, which I'm pretty excited, but pretty sad, because when fireweed, we all know in Alaska, when the fireweed shoots up, that's when we do the timeline when winter is about to hit. And if anybody's curious about that, I can try to do a video or kind of teach about what's going on as well. And here's the apples. And so I kind of want to do a little shout out to my wife, because she has been gardening outside in our little area, and she's been doing really well. So at first, what she did anyways, is she has all of these little greenhouse made stuff. So she has some tomatoes, she has some marigold, she has some cilantro, jewel mix, and lavender, and some jalapenos. And they're doing really well. We got to get them out of here and plant those guys up. So now I want to kind of show you what else she's been growing. She kind of got some starts, but hey, you got to start somewhere, right? And right here, so we got some lettuce, we have some collard greens, we have mint. This is, look at that. I think her lily is growing. I think it is. That is so amazing. Anyway, so yeah, lily's growing here. Then we got some arugula and salad mix and lettuce mix. That's gonna be all throughout there, which is amazing. And this is kind of cool. We got this hanging pot. This was at Home Depot. And can't really see because of that glare. But yeah, let's see if I can, there we go. There's some strawberries. This is a pretty cool pot. And it's doing very, very well. Where it's producing super, super nicely. We actually had a strawberry last night, and man, that brought me back to childhood. That is for sure. And then her tomato plant, this one is doing very good. It's actually doing shoots as well. And then what is this guy? This is catnip. That's gonna be fun for our cats, you know. The radishes are doing very, very well. And then there's some lavender and some green onions here. If you it's kind of thin, but there's little sprouts. And then we have some thyme, we have some sage, and curled parsley, and that's doing great too. But yeah, so shout out to my wife. She is amazing. She's doing all of this outside and doing very well. All right, bye guys.